Alright, if it's supposed to be around here somewhere. Let's see.
Should have brought a cart.
Oh, there's a way to climb up here. Where is it? I don't want to progress. If you say it's up here. Alright, let's see what happens then.
All data has been erased from this device. Do you wish to deploy alpha privileges to recover purged data?
Sure.
Oh yes, I believe I do.
A file has been recovered.
How nice.
Elisabet, good to, it's been years.
Where's your legal team, Ted?
No need. I dropped all 18 lawsuits the moment you landed. I assume your data confirms this.
All right, this promises to be interesting.
Perhaps we could have lunch brought in. You know, get reacquainted.
I know you, Ted. You screwed something up, something big, or you wouldn't have eaten the crow necessary to get me here. So spit it out.
Is that sounds like the voice actress for Aloy.
A glitch in the chariot line.
Your killer robots?
Peacekeepers, yes, those.
So shut them down.
Obviously, Liz, we would, if we could. They're not responding.
Are you telling me a swarm has gone rogue, Ted?
It's worse than that.
Show me the data then. And I'll take that lunch. Alone.
Ted Faro brought Elisabet Sobeck here, but they hated each other.
Another file has been recovered.
Yeah, he probably was getting desperate.
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Liz.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots
Peacekeepers.
that consume biomass as fuel,
In emergencies.
and you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Not anymore. The glitch severed chain of command. The only nation this swarm answers to now is itself.
What? You think I did?
Everything else is just food. And at the rate it's replicating, Ted, it will strip the Earth bare in 15 months. We're not talking fall of civilization. We're talking extinction.
I get it, Liz. So how do I stop it while it's contained?
It's not contained. It can't be.
You know what I mean?
Right. Before the truth gets out, you mean?
Liz, I will do anything you say. Keep working it, and whatever you recommend, I'll do.
I'm gonna hold you to that, Ted.
So do you think that's why they shifted from creating
Faro
like
robots threatened all life on Earth, but somehow she defeated them.
I don't know
All
about
of
that.
The old ones fell, but life went on, or we wouldn't be here.
A final file has been recovered.
But that's probably why they shifted to making human-operated weapons and vehicles, was basically to prepare for a war against the machines.
Project Zero Dawn. Jesus, Liz.
Why is she
There has to be another way.
If
standing?
there were a nicer way to fix your mess, I would have proposed it.
But this? When I asked you to find a cure, I didn't expect it to be worse than the disease.
It's not, Ted. It may be grim, but it's our only chance. Now sign the proposal.
Sign it? I can't sign that.
Yes, you can.
That? Liz, I cannot in good conscience sign that.
You've got a choice, Ted.
I know.
I'm speaking to you from a VTOL en route to U.S.
Ah, that's why.
Land. In 15 minutes, I meet with General Harris and the rest of the Joint Chiefs.
What? Are you crazy?
Now your choice is what I tell them. Sign, and I'll tell them the wealthiest corporation on Earth has guaranteed the funds necessary to build Zero Dawn. Exactly as I've designed it. Or don't sign, and I will make sure they and everyone else on this planet knows the real cause of the glitch.
Jesus, Liz. You don't have to threaten me. I'll sign.
Look on the bright side, Ted. From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
God forgive me.
Nice. Well, now I want to know.
Her solutions.
Yeah, now I want to know what Zero Dawn is.
What did she do to stop the robots?
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
Okay, well, I'm not taking the express lift now that I'm told that there's a power cell here. Is the power cell operating this machine? All right, so I know not to rappel down. So if I'm just completely barking up the wrong tree, like if I say a statement that's completely wrong, just let me know, but I'll give it a good search for a minute. Down there. Oof.
Might be quicker getting down if I use that express lift.
Probably.
Might not even be possible to get out this way.
How nice of them to point out that possibility. How did I get up again? Oh, this way. Okay. All right, so I'm being promised a power cell. Oh, you can climb higher. It's probably up there. I got up here and saw the chest, and I figured that was all. I didn't see the nodule saying I could go higher. Yeah, it's kind of mean of them. Hey, look, a power cell.
Another power cell. This should help me get to that ancient armor.
Cool. We'll go check out the ancient armor after we get out of this tower then. Boop.
Executive access detected. Express lift opened.
I probably wouldn't have realized that there was a power cell up here if you didn't tell me.
This doesn't add up. Sobeck couldn't have been my mother. She lived ages ago. All this searching, and I'm still no closer.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish. Do you
Hi.
really have no idea how monumental are the discoveries you just made, Aloy? I expected more of you.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose. I've spent decades searching the ruins of the older ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. For years, I've suspected that Faro robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, you uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime, and what you want to know is my name. Silence. That's my name. Now, why don't you try asking another question? Something less trivial.
I want to know what Zero Dawn is. But sure, I see your point.
All right, Silence. You've made your point. I came to these ruins hoping to learn more about this Elisabet Sobeck. And I have, but I still don't understand my connection to her. Or why the Eclipse is trying to kill me. Or who Hades is. No answers, just one question after another.
Exactly. Which is why it's time to expand your frame of inquiry. Only then will you see just how big your problems really are.
What exactly are you talking about?
You've chased a personal riddle into a crowd of larger mysteries. The common thread is your connection to Elisabet Sobeck.
But what is that connection? She couldn't have been my mother if she lived centuries ago.
We don't know the connection yet. The only way to find out is to keep going, to keep making discoveries. Thanks to you, we've only just now learned that Faro robots once threatened to end life on Earth.
But it didn't happen. The Old One's civilization was destroyed, but life was saved.
Obviously. So, what did Elisabet do? How did she stop the robots before all was lost?
What was Project Zero Dawn?
Exactly the question. Now, are you ready to go get the answer?
Well, that was my first question,
course I
to be
am.
fair.
Then why are you still standing here?
Because you're talking to me. Okay, but I do have
Not
questions.
so fast, Silence. You've got some explaining to do.
I've told you quite enough. If you still got questions, be quick about it and stop wasting my time.
Ah, lots of questions. Okay, who's Hades?
So far as I can tell, the Eclipse are just following orders. It's Hades who wants me dead. Who is he?
I don't know. The Eclipse describe him as a buried shadow, some kind of devil.
That thing that spoke to me outside, that made that focus explode. That was Hades. It didn't seem like a person or a machine. More like a phantom. With a terrible voice.
All that's certain is that he wants you dead.
Because of my connection to Elisabet. Has to be.
Hades is using the Eclipse to resurrect Faro robots.
But if Elisabet found a way to stop them centuries ago, if she made special weapons, maybe Hades is worried I'll do the same thing.
In some of the ancient data I've recovered, there are hints of so-called super weapons being developed. Maybe to stop the robots, the civilization of the old ones had to destroy itself. Now if that's enough talking, be on your way.
Oh no, I'm just getting started. You've been getting a free ride on my focus, risking nothing while I risk everything. All I have to do is take this thing off my head, and you'll be blind, deaf, and dumb. So quit complaining and answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
You said you've known for some time that Faro war machines destroyed the civilization of the old ones.
The evidence pointed that way. But until now, I never knew the full scope of their danger. That they could process organic matter into fuel, or that the Horus class could manufacture more robots. Like a cauldron on legs.
But the robots we've seen so far, the Corruptors and Deathbringers, they don't do those things.
Not yet, anyway. So far, we haven't encountered any that are undamaged. At full power, who knows what they're capable of?
I wonder if all the other machines, like the Watchers and the Longhorns and all that, maybe those are Zero Dawn creating other machines to combat the Faro machines. Because the design of the Faro machines is very different from the ones we see now. The ones we see now are white and silky, not silky, but smooth, almost like plastic looking and rounded, while the Corruptor and the Deathbringer are black and industrial and threatening. So that's my current theory, is that they created another type of machine to try and stop the others. Ones that don't consume humans as fuel.
Who are you, Silence? And what are your intentions?
You really need to make this personal.
I'm not going to trust a random man I don't know.
I'm a lone wanderer who left his tribe behind a long time ago.
I know, I'm just kind of
forbidden places,
conjecturing.
knowledge. exactly as I said.
Why do you know so much about the eclipse?
I happen to know a lot about a lot of things. If what you're really asking is whether I work for the Eclipse or anyone else, I don't. I am nothing if not independent.
You've been using my focus to spy on me. How's that possible?
Every focus emits a signal, a voice that only other focuses can hear. I know how to string those voices together, how to make them talk to each other, to communicate, even over vast distances.
How do you learn to do that?
Years of study and experimentation. In principle, it's not so different from how you override machines. I override focuses.
And you can spy through other Eclipse's focuses too.
Usually. All I'll say is that overriding the connections is complicated.
Is there any chance that Elisabet Sobeck could still be alive somehow?
It's highly unlikely, but not impossible. Some of the ancient data I've recovered includes mentions of life extension techniques. Pharmaceuticals mostly, an ancient word for medicine. But some were still trying to perfect ways of freezing and unfreezing people.
Freezing and unfreezing people?
Cryogenics, they called it. But there were problems with it. Given Elisabet's technological acumen, I can't definitively rule out that she found a way to make herself immortal. But this is speculation. Wasting time.
I have another theory, and I'm kind of confident in this one, that Aloy is Elisabet's daughter or a clone. She has some kind of relation to her, and she was cryogenically frozen. As soon as they brought up cryogenic freezing, I'm like, okay, I think that Aloy is her child or clone or whatever, and she was frozen, and that's why she was found outside that door. Something happened to make her be unfrozen and placed out to be found and raised by the Nora, but she was probably born 900 years ago and only came out and started growing in the last 20 years. That's my theory.
Elisabet told Ted Faro she was headed for a place called U.S. Robot Command to tell people about Zero Dawn.
The place still exists as a ruin. The Asuram call it the Grave Horde.
Grave Horde? Cheery name.
You'll find it in the Eastern Mountains, buried under the tangled coils of a metal devil, or a BOR-7 Horus, rather, as we're learning to call them. I'll contact you when you get there.
I can't wait. Someday we'll meet in person, and your manners and
Let's see how far down this takes me. Zoom.
Well, getting down will be a lot faster than getting up here, at least. U.S. Robot Command next. To learn the secrets of Zero Dawn.
This is pretty cool. Cool, I'm full on healing potions. Boop. Okay.
Snow. It's not getting any warmer out here.
So I want to go check out that ancient armor. I just see the corruptor. I'm like, might be a good time to fast travel. Ancient armory. All the way back here. Can I fast travel here? Nope. We're just gonna zoom halfway across the land now. So it says we're going to a U.S. naval army command. Either that means we're based in the U.S. or it's like a U.S. outpost in Australia. I still don't know where we are. Because it's only been 1,000 years. It's not like millions of years and the tectonic plates would have shifted significantly enough that Australia and the US would be slammed together. It's not that order of magnitude of time. I'm glad that I'm not as dead as I was yesterday. On Monday night, I was up until like 5:30 in the morning. It was awful. Faster reload while concentrating or tinker. I think I want faster reload. But I only need 6 more skill points and then I've got everything. Yeah, no, I was up to like 5:30, 6 a.m. on Monday because, not to get too into detail, but apartment inspections were coming. And we may have made some modifications to a section of the apartment that weren't necessarily supposed to. And the inspections were kind of dropped on us, like saying, oh yeah, we're coming in like 3 days. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So we had to go undo our modifications, and the tape that we had used, we used like a mounting tape to try and put this in there. It was more permanent than we thought it was. And so we had to spend a long time getting as much of the residue of the tape off, and it was in an uncomfortable location. And it took us until 5:30 in the morning. And we started at like 8 o'clock the night before. Yeah, it was bad. Both of us were up being miserable. All right, repair fuse. Whoop.
It's some kind of code. Maybe there's a clue nearby.
There is a clue. It's all clocks. So this one's already set to 12. Next one needs to go to 15, which is 3 o'clock. So turn it clockwise. Whoop.
Maybe there's some more information nearby. Something that will
Next
tell me
one's
how this
18, which is 6 o'clock. So turn this twice.
Looks like each dial has 4 positions.
I know. I figured out how this puzzle was going to work when I came across this the first time.
Position.
2100 is 9 o'clock.
Good. Now to check the door. Those
We're
clamps
inside.
have the armor locked in place. Maybe there's a way to power up the mechanism, release the clamps.
Look at all that stuff. May as well just take this now then. All right, something to scan. Ultra Weave progress. From Major Garrow to General Aaron Harris, Ultra Weave progress. General, you wanted fast, cheap, and good, and that's what we're going to deliver. By using a flexible nanofiber weave instead of plating and enhancing protection with a 400 EV hard light microprojector, we've reduced our testing cycle from weeks to days, and I'm confident we can get the suit out by next month, with enough production to cover dozens of elite units at least. Better yet, it will be half the weight, half the cost, and offer twice the mobility. All we need is the balance of our funding, a few more techs, and another experienced test subject. I know resources are stretched to the breaking point, but any more delays will jeopardize the schedule, so please advise ASAP. May God be with you and Jane in these dark times. Semper Fi, Major Garrow. Cool. I want the armor. You're selling it to me now.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Alright, we'll go look at that in a second. Give me the armor. Gimme. Gimme. Bro, they're gonna make me go get more power cells, I know it. Ultra Weave Trials. It's insanely powerful. I want insanely powerful. It looks cool. I want it. Trial, pass, threshold, 85, results, ballistic was 91, shrapnel, 87, laser, 88, shield, but impact is not great. Notes the weave is not tightening properly on local impact tests. We need to optimize existing sensors or add more. This next test is 2 days later. Impact was improving, but not better. Sensor optimization successful, but torso protection still lagging. Recommend increasing weave density. Next one, the legs just completely failed. Getting there on the weave density and detection components, but an integration error on the left knee tanked the impact test. Ouch. Subject isn't going to be able to walk that one off. Surgery required. I have to progress further in the story. Aw. I wanted to have the armor to make the rest of the game easy for me. I'm playing on hard.
Power cells.
Ah.
That should do it.
3 more power cells. Oh, joy. What is that up there? Why is there question?
These numbers. They must be related to segments of a circle.
Are they? They're probably number of rotations. It's too powerful for early on in the story. Am I still early on in the story? You know, I probably am early on in the story. I know the game says that I'm 78% done, but that's just because I went and did everything optional first. All right, fair enough. Let's see. Next quest. I've got like a little more than half an hour. Well, those are both level 18, and that's level 25. And that's level 20. Let's go do this one. The sun shall fall. Go deal with Derval. Can I go to the main world? Thank you. Take me back to Meridian, to the Paradise City, where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. I've only gotten 2 power cells so far. The first one I got was, I think, in like the ruins from the beginning of the game that you're wandering through when you're a child, because I went back and went through there because I saw like a metal flower in there. And then I got that one there from the Faro Industries. So now there's 3 more to find. The only other like ancient facility that I've been inside of was the mountain, the Nora warship. I didn't see anything in there, but I imagine we're gonna have to go back there at some point to actually get through that door. So maybe there'll be one in there. And then other than that, we're going to another place, this US facility. I don't know if there'll be a power cell there, but I guess my assumption is that in each like ruin I should expect to find something.